There's a trick being used on you right now, and you have no idea it's happening. It's not some conspiracy theory. It's not science fiction. It's a psychological mechanism so powerful that it controls what you buy, who you trust, what you believe, and even how you see yourself. The scariest part is the people using it on you aren't evil masterminds. They're just aware, and you're not. But once you see this trick, you can never unsee it. And more importantly, you'll finally understand why you do the things you do, even when you know you shouldn't. It's called the commitment and consistency principle, and it's ruthlessly effective. Once you commit to something, even something small, your brain will do whatever it takes to stay consistent with that commitment. Not because it makes logical sense, but because your mind cannot handle the discomfort of contradicting itself. For example, if someone asks you for the time, and you help, you're now more likely to help them again minutes later with something bigger. You've already committed to being helpful, and your brain wants to stay consistent with that identity. Small commitments lead to bigger commitments. And once you've committed, your mind becomes a prisoner to consistency. Marketers know this, which is why they offer free trials. Once you sign up, you've already told yourself, I'm the kind of person who uses this. When the trial ends, paying feels natural, because canceling contradicts the identity you accepted. Social platforms do it too. Before you even use the app, they ask you to make a profile, add a photo, add friends. Each tiny step pulls you deeper in. You're no longer just a user, you're invested. Politicians and cult leaders use this too. They start small. Attend one meeting, sign one petition, wear one pin, and slowly you're defending ideas you never fully believed, just to stay consistent with your earlier actions. But it gets darker. You're not just being controlled by others, you're doing this to yourself. Every time you say, I'm not a morning person, I've always been anxious, or I'm not good with money, you make a commitment. Your brain then works to keep you consistent with that belief. You become a prisoner to your own declarations. That's why people stay in bad relationships, not just because of love or fear, but because they've committed. They said it was forever. To leave would mean admitting they were wrong. The same with careers. People stay miserable because changing paths would mean years were spent on the wrong thing. The human mind will often choose misery over contradiction. So how do you escape it? First, become aware of your commitments. What identities have you claimed? Are they still true? Or are you just staying consistent with someone you no longer are? Write them down. Challenge them. Second, start making small commitments toward the person you want to become, not the person you've been. One page read, one push-up, one step. Each new action builds a new identity. Third, understand that changing your mind isn't weakness, it's evolution. Updating your beliefs is a superpower, but you've been taught to see it as inconsistency. The people who control the world understand this principle, but you can use it too. Every action you take is a vote for who you want to become. So stop voting for fear, limitation, or the past version of yourself. Make one commitment today that aligns with your future. One action becomes one thread. Enough threads become a rope, and that rope can pull you out of the mental prison you've been living in. You've been controlled by commitments you didn't even know you made, to brands, to identities, to beliefs that limit you. But now you see the trick, and once seen, it loses its power. So commit to awareness, commit to growth, commit to becoming who you actually want to be. The trick is powerful, but it's not stronger than someone who becomes conscious of it. Now you have a choice. Take back control or stay consistent with who you've always been. The choice is yours.